Hi, my name is Kara, and I'm giving my presentation on the effect of uniform static electromagnetic fields on Aspergillus niger, which is typically found in silos. I've been working with Dr. Weatherford for this. All right, so going to the background, food spoilage is a big problem, especially with corn and wheat in silos. So with fungi and bacteria getting in silos, it causes a big issue. And some of the things that can arise from this is flu-like symptoms, farmers breathing in the fungicides that they're used to kill bacteria are becoming an issue, or to kill the fungi. And silos themselves harbor a lot of different fungi and bacteria. Some examples include Aspergillus flavus, Aspergillus niger, Rhizopus, and Penicillium. And what we're going to be looking at is electromagnetic fields and cellular interactions. Based upon some previous research, we found that between 6 and 10 milliteslas are needed to cause cellular disturbances. Some articles say that it does dramatically slow growth, others say not so much, so we're going to be investigating that. And then Aspergillus niger on rotting foods. This is the fungi that we're working with in particular. The reason why this is because it's not as pathogenic as some of the other Aspergillus species, and also it's easy to grow, and it's common in the silos, which is our main goal, is to look at these fungi. This right here is a typical silo that you'd find on a farm, and this right here would be an inside diagram as to what's going on within the silo. So as you can see, we have the dry grains on the bottom, but as we rise up, we have an increase in the humidity levels as well as the temperature, because the top of the silo is closer to the sunlight, so of course it's going to be a little bit more hot. So right here is the big danger zone, and that's where you're going to find a lot of the fungal and bacterial growth. The purpose of our experiment is to determine if strong electromagnetic fields do affect fungal growth. We're ranging our experiment to try to reach about 6 milliteslas, as the research shown, and to determine if the period of exposure matters, about how long does it take for changes to occur. And the way that we're going to be doing this is we're actually building a solenoid. As you can see in this diagram, there's a wire wrapped around. We're going to be using 24 gauge copper wire for conducting this. And the eyes indicate the current flow. We're hooking it up to an outside power source. And we're going to be measuring the inside of this device. This is where we're going to place our Aspergillus niger cultures. The times of the periods of exposure are going to range anywhere from 3 to 24 hours to begin with. We found a lot of the research that showed within about 70 minutes a lot of growth may be possible, but we don't know for sure. So we're going to start at about 3 hours and determine from there. The measurement of the Aspergillus niger, we're going to use video analysis as well as taking physical measurements. So we're actually going to hook up a webcam to the viewing inside of this, so we can see exactly what's going on at all times. And again, that's what's happening here, our timeline. Right now we're in the current process of developing our solenoid. By January we want to start running some of the preliminary test runs, and by February we want to get like a for sure determination of what times of exposure are needed and hone in on those times if needed. And by March, we want to have all of our concluding remarks. Here's some of the materials needed. Of course, our Aspergillus niger culture, as well as the cornmeal agar are needed. The copper wire is probably the most expensive part of this experiment, and it's only $15. So it leaves our total cost of supplies at a short cost of $27.45. A lot of the other resources are available through St. Leo. And the conclusion, current fungicides, again, are very harmful to the environment. They can cause issues with a lot of immunosuppressed people as well as pregnant individuals who may be consuming these grains. And the fungi themselves are harmful as well. So the silage is being lost due to fungal outbreaks again. And the electromagnetic fields can alter their growth. Our goal of this experiment is to determine, would it be feasible to even possibly later on down the road with this research turn a silo into a giant solenoid and like stunt the growth of fungi using the electromagnetic frequencies. So if there are any questions.